So one thing that these folks keep hanging on to, talking about, as far as Trump not being a legit president, they keep going back to this thing talking about he lost the popular vote, and Trump, of course, he said some things about there being voter fraud, and the fake news, CNN, these guys, they always say that there is no evidence of voter fraud, but I mean, I guess my hearing that from them just kind of triggered me, and I'd love to actually get in contact with one of these folks who are saying no evidence, no evidence, and at least point to the time that the president, Obama at the time, that time that he actually encouraged illegals to vote. Let's walk through the video.
The millennials, dreamers, undocumented citizens, and I call them citizens because they contribute to this country.
I'm pretty sure contributing to the country isn't all that's qualified to be a citizen of the United States of America. I'm pretty sure there's some paperwork that needs to be done. You kind of need to have I don't know, maybe a social security number, date of birth, some kind of background check. So I don't think just because somebody comes into the country and they contribute that automatically makes them a citizen. But I'm not a lawyer either.
Are fearful of voting. So if I vote, will immigration know where I live?
Wait, you're telling me people can vote and they don't even have to provide an address? There's not some kind of database?
Will they come for my family and deport us?
Not true.
Hold on, man. What you mean not true? Are we going to enforce the rules here or not?
Okay.
And the reason is, first of all, when you vote, you are a citizen yourself.
Okay, so just to clear this up, you're saying if you're undocumented and you vote, the act of voting itself makes you a citizen. Yeah, can you run that by me again?
Okay.
And the reason is, first of all, when you vote, you are a citizen yourself.
Okay, that's what he said. All right, carry on.
And there is not a situation where the voting rolls somehow are transferred over and people start investigating, etc.
So you're telling me that I can be looking for a certain product or make a purchase on Amazon, and then I start seeing ads for it in Google. Those two things link up, but the voter rolls don't carry over.
The sanctity of the vote is strictly confidential in terms of who you voted for. If you have a family member who maybe is undocumented, then you have an even greater reason to vote.
Okay, this guy just said if you have a family member that is maybe undocumented, then you have an even greater reason to vote. I need you to listen to this again.
If you have a family member who maybe is undocumented, then you have an even greater reason to vote.
Yeah, and unless I'm interpreting this whole thing all wrong, the former president was in fact encouraging illegals to vote, saying that they have an even greater reason to vote because they're undocumented. Yeah, that's the kind of lawlessness that we've been dealing with out of this guy that a lot of people didn't even notice because they've been paying too much attention to the fancy smile and the pretty family and how he just strings his words together all nice and he looks so nice in his suit and all that. People have been playing this personality versus politics stuff. You've been paying attention to this guy's personality and you ain't even been watching his politics. And that's what's wrong with folks today. And that's why you're so confused. You start hearing stuff about Obama, the old shady stuff that he had going on, the old shady, nasty, sick people that he was hanging out with, and you can't handle the truth when you hear it because you've been sitting here. Oh, I just think he's so nice. He seems like such a nice person. No, you've been on that personality stuff. You need to pay attention to policies, man. Go back and actually look at what he was doing. Don't just look at his face, for God's sake. Okay, so anyway, that was the time that former President Obama encouraged illegals to vote. Thanks for watching, and sorry for pointing. I meant nothing by it. I appreciate you very much. Take care of yourself.